Hello guys, welcome to this our channel, the Fishing Rod. I like to welcome all of you, and in this video this is a kind of introduction of the channel. So this is the first video I've recorded for a set of further videos I will explain to you. And let me tell you the whole story. Some months ago I was thinking to build
machine for grass disposal and waste disposal.
I will show you this machine in as soon as I can, because this video is being recorded during the confinement period. It's for that. You see that my working place at this moment, the kitchen of the house, and it's for that I cannot finish. I haven't finished the project right now, and I will show you in a later video. So to do this project, I try to find some second-hand old motors, like one of these I am showing you here, and as they are old motors, then there are some parts that we don't know, like for example the external connections, or the way to use it, or to find some characteristics. So I looked into YouTube, in other videos, and through some other webs, and to be honest, I was surprised, because I found that of course there is not all information just in one place. YouTube and any other sites is a mix of different informations that each of us put in place and share with other people, and then to have deep knowledge, or the whole knowledge about one thing, you have to search and to look at different videos. But I found it that there were some mistakes about the use of motors, and then also I found a lot of recommendations and tips how to use it, how to put in place. So I was thinking that what I missed was, I think that there was missing the explanation about why we should do some recommendations to do that. What are the reasons? What are the internal explanations, the basics of some things? In this case, motors, but it can happen in some other things. So then I was thinking that before showing my machine, it would be fine if I share with you some information about this basic information that explain why the recommendations are done, even to give you some recommendations that I found that are not correct in the videos I've seen. So of course the idea is not to correct anybody. You know that our goal of all of us is to put information to be shared for other people. The knowledge we have, smaller, greater, any knowledge that we have maybe will help another people. So we share things everything that we think should be practical to another people, and sometimes we make mistakes. It is my case also. I'm sure that you will detect some mistakes, and I will be glad if you share with me and answer me with some mistakes you may detect, because it's the only way to improve ourselves, the knowledge about things, especially for those people like we that like to do our own projects, or maybe test, just to have hobbies that apart from having fun, maybe to do interesting things. The main objective, the main goal, of course, is to have fun, just to use our time with activities that can give us some fun, or some possible enjoying. So let me I will later in another videos also explain why I label or name the channel as the fishing rod. Now just keep in mind that we are looking for the learning things from the inside. What are the internal basics of some things? So as I started with using a motor, then electrical motor, then I founded some second-hand motors, different types. In this case, I have two electrical motors from washing machines, a very old asynchronous induction motor, in this case a universal motor. So I will try to explain some things about them. For example, you will find a lot of videos in internet where how to select, how to know which terminal is devoted for which functionality, the terminal identification. I will try to explain why the method is proposed because within the information I've seen, you can find, please find the lowest value of the resistance between these two terminals. Now then look for the next So of course all these tips, all these recommendations, there are a lot of videos where are better explained, I'm sure. So I will just focus on the basics, what are the origin that explain why we do these operations. In this case, for example, why is the method to select the terminals, to properly know which terminal is for what. The same with the starting capacitor. In this case, this is a synchronous motor for a fan, heating, air conditioning, and how to select the capacitor. In this case, I've seen a lot of mistakes, a lot of recommendations and formulas that were not useful to me, and then I will propose you some practical methods to select the proper capacitor, and why I propose this method to select the capacitor one. So for that I tried to search different types, different kinds of electrical motors, and then make some tests and present to you the results or things that I think could be interesting for you. For example, the differences between the three-phase synchronous motor or asynchronous motor against one phase, single phase. What are the differences? Why it can be used? How can use these three-phase methods in just single-phase installations? We will also make tests and also projects. In this case, how to adapt an existing motor to, in this case, to place an adapter for drilling, and for example, for these small motors for fan coils, there are a lot of cables that and also there is some curious things, because we say, okay, there's single phase induction motor are not prepared to change the speed, but on the other hand we find some electrical induction motors for fans that are prepared to three different speeds. So why these differences? We will also make tests how to use the speed meter with a laser, and also I will explain how to use a three-phase power meter that helps to measure the three-phase power measuring device, because we can read the currents, the voltages, active and reactive power. So how to use these devices for single-phase motors if we like to see all the characteristics of some things. And some other projects, for example, how to convert this mixture in a rotary tool, like for very high speed functionality, like a Dremel or these high speed drill machines, and what I call the jewel's crown. The jewel's crown in this case is this 5 RPM synchronous motor. This tiny motor that costs no more than $4 US. We will open. I've seen in other videos how to connect, but I've never seen what are the reasons of the internal functioning of this motor, because once we open this device, we find things that in my case I've never seen, so simple. And then there is a lot of electrotechnical theory and electromagnetical theory in this very small thing, that we can learn a lot of things. Also some surprise that after opening these kind of motors and trying to find and to show you the internal windings and the stator and the rotor, we will also will have some tricky questions and also surprise that I will show you in some videos. This channel, there we have two versions of the channel: the Spanish one, La Caña, and the English version, the fishing rod. And some of the videos are originally recorded in Spanish, some others are originally recorded in English, like this one. And then I will translate one videos to the other language to share information, because we know we are a community of know so many people that maybe one belongs to the English world, the other one to the Spanish world, and I will try to share information between these two worlds. And of course, what I will prefer is to establish a communication with you, to interchange information, and also to get feedback from yourselves and try to share with all people. The third thing I would like to do is that I am really interested in having 1 or 2 videos that can be of your interest. Why? Because to be honest, I have invaded half of the kitchen. So if I cannot produce a video that can be of your interest, I'm sure my wife will kill me. So please try to look as much as possible if some of these videos can be of your interest, even help. Okay, I will then show you in next videos all of these single parts and also future projects, and I hope that this can be, as always, can be fun for all of us. I hope I'll see you soon. Bye bye.